This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for January 10th, 2024. Your daily entertainment headlines, industry info, and everything rock. A couple of massive music festivals announced their 2024 lineups yesterday, including the lineup for Boston Calling, taking place Memorial Day weekend at the Harvard Athletic Complex. Headliners this year include Ed Sheeran, Leon Bridges, Tyler Childers, Trey Anastasio, and Classic Tab, The Killers, Hoosier, Megan Thee Stallion, The Revivalists, and more. The pre-sale for tickets begins tomorrow morning, January 11th at 10 a.m. And Post Malone, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and Fred again are announced as headliners for Bonnaroo 2024, returning to the Bonnaroo Farm in Manchester, Tennessee between June 13th and 16th. It also includes Interpol, Cage the Elephant, Brittany Howard, Jason Isbell, and more bands that will perform across 10 stages over the festival's 4 days. The Simmons drum set used by Def Leppard drummer Rick Allen for the band's Hysteria tour circa 1987 is being auctioned via the largest online music marketplace, Reverb, who is dedicated to buying and selling new, used, and vintage musical instruments. In December of 1984, the legendary Def Leppard drummer lost his arm to amputation following a near-fatal auto accident in England. Taking several years of practice, as well as years of experimenting with different electronic drum configurations, in 1987, he returned to the stage with Def Leppard for the most triumphant comeback in the history of rock and roll. Kingdom Come and ex-Scorpions drummer James Kottak has passed away at the age of 61. He also played drums for Warrant and Dio, among others. His bandmate, Kingdom Come bassist Johnny J.B. Frank, paid tribute on his social media posts. Daft Punk's Thomas Bangalter has been announced as the composer of the Dolly film soundtrack. The movie, directed by Quentin Dupuis, is scheduled for release on February 7th. Paul Stanley from Kiss is promoting his new and current works with exclusive appearances in South Florida. The Wentworth Gallery is honored to present the latest collection of works from Paul Stanley, who's created new original paintings, hand-painted signature Paul Stanley Ibanez guitars, mixed media originals, and limited edition artworks, including new metalworks. Billy Morrison, the longtime rhythm guitarist in Billy Idol's band and former bassist for The Cult, has announced a new solo album called The Morrison Project, boasting appearances by Billy Idol, Ozzy Osbourne, Al Jorgensen, Corey Taylor, and more. The album, set for release April 19th, will also feature guitarist John Five, drummer Tommy Klouftos, rapper Daryl DMC McDaniels, singer and producer Linda Perry, and guitarist Steve Stevens. Bad Omens have signed on to headline this year's Point Fest. The annual festival, put on by 105.7 The Point, is happening at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater in St. Louis, Missouri. Also on the bill, Wage War, Grandson, Avatar, Sleep Theory, New Year's Day, Oxymorons, and Letdown. And Pantera will return to the stage this February on the second leg of their North American headlining tour with special guest Lamb of God. Pantera are also set to open up night number 1 of more dates of Metallica's M72 World Tour this year. Irish singer Sinead O'Connor was found unresponsive at an address in London in July of last year. It's now been announced that she died of natural causes. Her death at the age of 56 was not treated as suspicious. Clutch have announced the dates for their spring tour with Blacktop Mojo and the Native Howl, dubbing the new run the New World Samurai Tour, kicking off April 26th in Richmond, Virginia, and wrapping up in Belvedere, Illinois on May 18th. Tickets go on sale this Friday, January 12th at 10 a.m. local time. Asking Alexandria have announced their return to the United States with a spring headlining tour dubbed All My Friends. Those tickets also going on sale this Friday morning at 10 a.m. for shows starting on April 12th in San Antonio, Texas, and wrapping up in Tempe, Arizona on May 18th. That includes a stop in Worcester, Massachusetts at the Big Gig 3 at the DCU Center on April 27th. Those tickets are already on sale. And that's your sit rep. For more details on all the stories, just check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 188, featuring Dave D. Bellevue from Oxymorons, is available now.
To celebrate joining Pantheon Podcasts, Rock Camp, the podcast, the official podcast of Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp, is giving away a guitar signed by Mike Portnoy of Dream Theater, Marty Friedman, formerly of Megadeth, and legendary shredder Zakk Wylde, plus our rockstar counselors like Vinny Appice, Monty Pittman, and more. To enter to win, simply follow, rate, and review our podcast on your preferred platform, and that's all you have to do. For more information, go to rockcamp.com/podcast.